How's it going? My name is Kevin Kenny. We're hanging out inside the New York City offices of Billboard with Kirstin.
Yeah, hi.
Now, I almost said your full name, but we're dropping the
I know,
last
we're
name.
dropping
You are
it.
simply Kirstin now.
We're dropping it because it makes it easier.
Is it easier? Is that, I want to ask
so.
about that decision. Like, why just Kirstin now? I like it.
Well, now
but
we have
why?
the cute little TM because it's Taylor Maldonado. Aha.
Is that why the TM's
see what
there?
we did,
I thought you
yeah.
were getting slick with the business deals and that was a
No,
trademark.
I mean, it's both. It's, both.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, we just decided to go with the first name, simple and nice and sweet, and me.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, for anyone who is a music fan and been living under a rock for this entire decade, Kirstin, of course, was part of Pentatonics.
Yes.
And, I mean, multiple Grammy nominations, multiple chart toppers, multiple, just so much multi-platinum.
Thank you.
A lot of multis for you guys.
Thanks.
But, you've been in that group for a minute now. Why was now the time to pursue this solo material?
I know I'm kind of like the last little baby bird to fly from the nest because everyone else had kind of done it. But I was a little shy, and I think I was not ready to explore what a solo artist could mean. But as I've grown as an artist, as I've grown as a person, I finally had enough confidence, and I finally was like, you know what, I need to pursue the opportunities that I have, and I want to. I don't know why I'm so afraid. It was only me getting in my mind about it, But I'm glad I waited, honestly, because I worked with really incredible people. I had a really amazing team to really bring my dream to life. So it was good.
Was solo always the goal? Like when you start out and you kind of find that group and did you I mean, I don't even know if you wanted to be in group, if you wanted to be a star or whatever, but was it always the plan to go solo eventually?
I thought I was going to move to New York and do more of a musical theater kind of route.
Okay.
And so, but you kind of plan your life out, and then I feel like it never works out the way you think it's going to, which is amazing. Obviously, it worked out for the better being in Pentatonics, and I'm living in California, which I also never thought I would be able to do and have a viable career out there. But I mean, eventually it was something that I was like, that would be amazing to do. I think I just always, had it in my mind. I was like, oh, but what if this? But I had a lot of buts in my mind, so I never really pursued it. But I'm glad I did, and I also found that I love a lot of the industry that I never quite explored, like songwriting and production. There's so much to learn about the industry that we've been in for a while, but I'm just continuously learning, and so it's great.
Absolutely. And now the new music is somewhat of a departure from what we've gotten to know you as part of the group. And I've heard that you kind of fell in love through the traveling and through the experience with the group. You fell in love with these modern sort of EDM pop sounds. And I was wondering if there was anything early on that really caught your ear, when this sort of solo pursuit first started in its infancy that inspired you.
Yeah. Well, I listen to so many different kinds of music, and I feel like I have influences from different parts of my life that have continued, that have stuff for my solo career. I always say Sarah Bareilles is always amazing about expressing herself in her music, and her lyrics are really beautiful. And then I love James Blake for his production and the musicality he has with that. I feel like he was the first artist that moved me where you didn't even need the words. Lyrics had always been my main, oh, I love lyrics, but his music by itself was just so incredible to me. And then I was just thinking too, I love Deftones' Chino Moreno and Evanescence Amy Lee. They both have these very angelic, breathy qualities to their voice. And I just saw Deftones in concert the other day too, and
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. It was amazing. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of how I feel like kind of how I sing too. They're kind of vocal styling I've tried to kind of incorporate into my music as well. So yeah, I feel they're all very across the spectrum influences, but they make me and my sound, so it's cool.
That's rad. I like that a lot. So the EP is out now. It's How to Love. I'm going to ask you a lot of why questions in this interview because I think this is a very a why period of your life. You're making a lot of big decisions going solo for the first time. Why call it love?
I feel like all the songs end up incorporating some form of love, and it could be with a different person, with some vice, even within yourself. I know. I mean, the culmination of what this EP has become has kind of been yes, it's a love journey with other people too, but mostly within myself in terms of a confidence way. And so as you line up all the songs, I know for me and how I personally relate to them, I can see kind of where I was mentally and how I've kind of grown into the person I am now and the artist I am now. So yeah. They all deal with it.
You bring up the word confidence, and I know confidence is a huge part of the narrative of this EP.
Yes.
And you talk about confidence a lot. Was there time in your life and with the success you were having with Pentatonics where you weren't the most confident person in the world?
Yeah, I mean, I also think it's easy when you're not feeling confident, which, you know, not everyone feels confident every second of their lives. But in a group, it's like if you don't feel confident, then you can just kind of drift to the back and not say, you know what I mean? And the more outspoken people can kind of just be talking and carry the conversation, which was great. But I think I almost got so used to that I never thought to question who I was and what I really stood for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm very much like a people pleaser, and I used to get so bent out over shape over like what people would think of me, or over like, oh, you know, if I would read comments on YouTube, I'd be like, oh my goodness, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't really think like that anymore, and I think I feel more set and strong about who I am as a person, and so it's allowed me to express myself appropriately and even do the solo project. You know, if I'd tried to do this project like 2 years ago, I probably wouldn't have even made it this far because I wasn't like at the confidence set level where I am now. Perspective even wise.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
So
I want to talk about the artwork of the EP really quick. Was that anything you had input on? Because it's this great shot of you. It's very, you know, it's defiant, it's poignant, it's a beautiful you know, piece of art. Did you choose the shot? Did you have input on like what it was going to look like, the packaging and stuff like that?
I met with the creative director, Gavin Taylor, and I just love my team so much, like everyone that was involved, like the video director and just everyone, because we all, when I would describe my vision and my likes for what I wanted it to be, they'd be like, oh, I love that vibe, or oh, and I think this, and they would just take like this small like nugget of an idea and just like grow it into this amazing thing. So yeah, I love, like, I gave him my vibe, and he offered some advice back, or what he could see, where he saw it going as well. And we were just so on the same page, and he just totally took it to that next level.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everything about like the music videos and the art, it's all like very like dreamy in a way. And I love that. Yeah.
I wanted to talk about the music videos too, because 3 are out already. We have one for Naked, All Night, and Break a Little.
Yes.
Congrats on Break a Little already. It was streamed over 1 million times on Spotify.
I saw that.
It's crazy.
I know. I'm so excited.
Talk to us about the experience of these music videos, though, because they're very cinematic, and when you bring up, you know, the musical theater, it kind of makes sense of you having fun with that side of things.
Yeah.
What was it like making those 3 videos?
Well, it was cool. I mean, as Pentatonics, we've always done performance-based videos. There was never really a time for a narrative, or if we ever did a narrative, it was kind of, we like totally couldn't pull it off as a group. But it was so fun to be able to do that and to be able to create a story, like a linear story too. They all kind of like are able to flow into each other, which is really fun. And it was just awesome. And I remember having a moment on set where I was like, this is so cool. And if I had to stop tomorrow, like I would like walk away from it being like, well, that was like one of the coolest things I've ever done. So it was just, I mean, and again, it was just like kudos to like the amazing team that like made it happen. I just like felt so cool.
they're literally like little mini movies or TV episodes. They're really cool. You should check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah, they're super cinematic. And
one of those videos is for the song Break a Little. And I've read that you've said, I thought this was really cool and honest for you to say, that Break a Little is kind of a song of like, you know, those vices or people that, you know, you love but you know you shouldn't love. And I was wondering, are there any like famous guilty pleasures of yours that, you know? Famous guilty pleasures.
Like music, or like
anything? You know, you talk about vice, you talk about people. Of course, it's probably a heavier topic, but maybe taking it on a lighter route. Is there anything like any guilty pleasures yours, or anything like you shouldn't do and you still do? Or
I went to a nutritionist and they told me I should cut out dairy, but I love cheese so much.
Oh, really?
That it is near impossible. Is that? I feel like that's maybe a little further.
That's the guilty. That's a pretty benign guilty pleasure. I think you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
Getting back to this EP, it's out and available everywhere, but you're doing something actually really cool with these fan signings. You've done one in LA, you're going to do one here in New York. What have those been like?
They've been really amazing. I mean, I just love when people come up and share their experience or how they relate to a song and how it is move them. I even had friends, which is so, I always get like so geeked about what my friends say, just, you know, because I obviously like, trust their opinion, and I love what they have to say. But I've had a lot of friends come up too, and they've been like, you know what, like, Break a Little, I'm going through this situation right now where this song, I relate to it so much, and it's so nice to like hear you saying it too. And I just like love that when, and I think I always try to exude that too as a person. I think sometimes people feel like they're very alone in their situation, but they don't realize that there's so many people that have gone through the same thing. And I always try to be like super open and share my experiences in hopes that people will either learn from it or know that they're not alone or know that they can get through it. And I think music is also another great way of doing that. So if my music can ever do that for another person, you know, I am like honored.
Special stuff, for
Yeah.
sure. Obviously now you're in full album mode, or EP mode, I should say. What's the rest of the year going to look like for you?
We are doing Pentatonics things, and then I don't know, just kind of doing my thing, seeing how Break a Little does, and I'd love to tour my solo stuff too. Pentatonics is going to be doing Christmas stuff again. I'm a busy girl, but I love it. I love being busy because I feel like, you know, Pentatonics has always generally been super busy as well, but even in the breaks, I'm working on my own stuff, but I feel very motivated, and I love being continuously busy because I think it puts me in a really great schedule, and I think I work best when I'm super busy. I function just better, you know?
Right on.
So I love it.
All right, well, thank you on a very busy press day here in New York City to stop by and spend some time on Billboard with us, Kirstin.
Thanks for having
again,
me.
the EP Love is available everywhere now. Go out, buy it, stream it, whatever you got to do. And thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.